There we go. Excellent.
Got
Oh,
'em.
GG's. Hey, they had a solid 25 seconds.
Yeah, I wouldn't let anybody redeem before that. Ask me how I know.
Uh-huh.
My Roll20 is so porked.
Yeah. So, I think it's been decided that Gentle's gonna do the recap for,
Oh, okay. I was not made aware of that. But
No, I'm kidding.
all right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you. I can do the recap for The Wolf Within Us All. I think I might need
have
it.
to recap at least some things.
Yeah. No, you're gonna have to do you're gonna have to do discussions in the dark.
Yeah. Gentle, did you get to seeing that VOD last
No,
week?
I did not. I have had a very busy week, so I didn't even know there was another VOD until listening
Yeah,
to it today.
that's fair. There are notes in the note file if you wanted to just read through those, but also I'm going to recap it anyway because Druk made me cry 4 times in 2 hours, and I think that's kind of impressive.
That is trauma.
It was so
good. Yeah. I'm so ready for today. I'm so excited.
And then we've spent all week talking about D&D like normal human beings.
Only this week, of course. Only the week.
Yeah, I mean the other weeks I was too busy.
Of course.
Having house guests.
Of course. Gentle knows that I was staring at you for discussions in the dark.
Wonderful.
Oh, goodness.
Almighty DM. My Roll20 is super, super borked. I might have to restart my computer.
It's all good.
It's given me a white screen. It's great.
Even if you shut down the browser and reopen it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It was doing that for me on Firefox. What browser are you using?
Firefox.
Right. Okay, let me send you the right link.
Okay.
Because only one of them works.
Okay.
Try that one. Druk Dane, thank you so much for the resub. 41 months is a lot of months. I'm gonna roll my d20 as well. 5. Oh god,
dear.
that bodes so well.
My dear. Who did you send the link to?
There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. You get 41 d6 emotional damage.
Oh,
there you go,
Jesus.
140.
There's a couple of ones in there.
That sounds about right.
I rolled a 5.
A Flurry is currently passed out in the training yard. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, at least we all got a long rest.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
At least we all got a long rest. Which I'm gonna click now. Long rest. Reset all of the things.
Hey, I'm here. I'm also gonna wiggle and shake and get something to drink because I've had a Rockstar today and nothing else.
Oh.
Get food.
I have food in my fridge. I'm gonna grab that too.
Okay.
Smart past Claris cooked a lot of food and divvied it all up, and now I just have a container that I can eat.
Don't forget about the chicken. All right.
I should probably grab a snack too because I realized I've had only girl breakfast, which is coffee and boba.
No, that's breakfast of champions. Let's get it right.
Yeah, but you can see I got a 2 on my roll, my roll in your chat, so that tracks today.
But that's okay.
We'll be right back.
Lucia got a 5. And Gentle got a 2, but Lena rolled a 19, and we're gonna see what Enodia rolls. Oh god, that's not much better. Guys, I think I might be in trouble today. Alright. Geez. Okay. While they're gone, I guess maybe I'll start a recap. Oh, hi, Hustler. How's it going? Oh, hi. Look at our baby squad for D&D today. Gonna go
Little crew.
It's gonna be so fun. There is two,
Okay, back.
There is two, what are these things called? Recaps. There's two recaps that have to be done. One for session 11 and one for session 11.5. And I'm gonna do the one for session 11. So, let's see. Where we last left off. Jingle was healing a bunch of people by biting them and giving them some potions. And then afterwards, a small pink fox came up and gave them a small box with a bunch of sweet treats in it. Jingle took 2 and shoved it in their mouth and gave 2 to Boris and shoved 2 in Boris's mouth. And then Jackson, who had never been to a monastery, heard that, monks sometimes brew alcohol and was very persuasive in convincing the monk to, if it's going to be their last night alive, why not go all out? And they got into the cellar and had some alcohol. And then while that was going on, while that party was rearing up, there was some tears. Some very big tears going on. We pan over to Dorlick's room, where Flurry is sobbing. Absolutely sobbing. That they thought that because they stayed away from the monastery, that it would be safe, and that everybody should have been safe because they were away. While they're doing that, Dorlick mentions that he should have made Flurry stay anyway, because, the world is cruel and hard and very sad. But he notices that Flurry carries a secondary burden to the one that they used to carry. Flurry deflects and says that Lena needs help, and Dorlick understands what's going on and kind of was like, okay, we're gonna help out the people that you brought with us, but we're definitely not done talking about you, basically, is what happens. So let's see. We all go out to the training field with Dorlick. Oh god, Ackers? Arkers. Flurry, Enodia, and Lena, and he listens to what happened to Lena to, figure out what they need to do. He makes a poultice and rubs it on her face, and it's very spicy, TM. Even for a tiefling, because, Lena's a tiefling, and spice is usually pretty good.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy? After cleaning off the poultice from their face, she does seem a little bit brighter, but then he makes her a tea with some of the mixture in it as well, and then has her drink from it, and it is very spice. Very, very much spice. But she does look a little bit brighter, and she's gonna have to continue taking that cocktail of I don't even know what, until she's nice and blue again, because she's not very blue. She's kind of gray. She's getting a little bit bluer, but while that's going on, everybody has a sit-down powwow session and talks about how there was this key, and this key was filled with rage and power, and it belonged to Arkers at one point, and then Flurry had it at some point. And they talk about how Arkers' story and how it was just rage and rage, so much rage to the point where he ended up murdering his entire tribe, his entire clan. And he was like, some thief came in the night and took his key, and so he's been hunting down all of the other key holders, thinking that they were willing participants. Because if anybody should have this burden, it shouldn't be. It should be they're like, it's not a burden, it's evil, and I'm gonna do the evil thing because I'm an evil person. And he's like, no, that's not cool. But that's why he's at the monastery, because he came to kill Flurry for having the key, thinking that they also were a willing participant. And then we learned some backstory about Flurry. And that it was Flurry's fault why this person named Kier, who we found out previously is the trickster prince, got out of the key or something. Because he was in the key. He was totally, in the key and not anything else. He was just in the key and in everybody's brain.
Consciousness was.
Yeah. But Dorlick got hurt because he refused to give any information away about where Flurry was after they fought. But yeah, he realizes that, Flurry's not the bad guy. TM. And everything's kind of going okay-ish now. And yeah, so they swap C stories, and they're like, oh, by the way, Flurry's like, by the way, there's a sapling inside my brain that was planted there by a really powerful archfey. They were kind of a dick about it. They didn't ask, but it's there. We should use that as an opportunity. But Dorlick's like, hey, Flurry, you gotta let us in your brain box. And Flurry looks absolutely terrified at this, but they go ahead and let that happen anyway. And then there's, a whole bunch of belladonna that's ground up into a pedestal. And Flurry's kind of knocked unconscious. And just before before Dorlick and Arkers goes inside Flurry's brain box, they're like, hey, by the way, if only one of us returns, let it be Joe Zare. Which, Enodia starts kind of mentally freaking out about because she knows that name. And some of you guys out there might know that name because
it's a well-known name.
It's a well-known name if you're a part of season 1. But Flurry's true name is Joe Zare, is what we have learned at the last session. They go inside the brain and they do a whole bunch of shenanigans, and it makes the tree grow and glow and secret identity. Yeah. Sapling gets really, really awesome and bright, and there's fighting going on inside the brain. And then pow, a big beam of light, and now there is a golden bubble around the monastery, and Flurry's kind of still high on Fey magic when they wake up, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. While that happens and kind of everybody gets their bearings again after coming back to the real world, Enodia pulls Lena aside and basically threatens them that they should not speak the name that was given out loud to anybody else and never tell anybody that they've even heard that name or that they know anything about that name. Because the only 2 of them were in the space when that happened, and if the name gets out, Enodia will know who it was. They'll know.
It's not a threat. It's just kind of a threat.
It's just kind of a threat. # maybe a threat. But Lena said that they wouldn't say anything about it because they're kind of probably just as confused as anybody else would be. But yeah. Yep. That's basically the TLDR, which wasn't very TLDR, which is what I'm very good at, of what happened in session 11. Did I forget anything?
I mean, it was a month ago, so I think that was good. I think it hit the main arc.
The only thing that I would add is that definitely people were outside fighting off the Shadowlings, and the blast of light from Flurry's mind from the sapling is now also protecting the monastery.
Yeah, the golden bubble.
Yeah.
That's totally what I said.
Yeah. And there was silvery lights from the sky that super, super spooked Boris for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Random little details.
Random.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. Just spooky moonlight.
That's what happened a month ago when we were last able to get together for D&D for the last full 23rd. Session. May 23rd.
Oh, no. Sorry, not May 23rd.
No. May 9th. May 9th is when we were last able to get together as a group. And now,
I really needed to be here today, didn't I?
You did. It's your turn now. Have fun with your recap for session 11.5.
Thanks. I have a question for the DM first.
Okay.
Since there's two recaps here, is there multiple people getting multiple rerolls?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
That's so good with how I'm rolling today.
Yeah, and I'm worried for some reason. Not sure why. Just a little worried. Okay. So, after everything that Lucier just recapped us on, people are going to rest for the night, including Flurry. Flurry's given a room. And as they sort of are writing, meditating, that sort of thing, haven't really gone to sleep yet, a monk comes and finds them and apologizes for disturbing their rest, but says it's important that the master sees them now. So they follow the monk to the master's quarters, and he is active. He's like not gone to bed yet. And he basically is like, "Hey, sit down, we gotta talk. Because we weren't done talking, and you're a flight risk, so you might not be here to talk in the morning if I leave it that long." So he sits down, and we get a little history lesson of how the monastery came to be. There was an elven man, half-elf man? Don't remember. It's probably in the notes here, but that's kind of not that important. Who was exiled from the Silver Strand, but wanted to remain as a guardian for its people. He made his stand, and that's where the monastery stands now. And then there's some time looking at hand wraps. So we have the hand wraps of Drorlik's master, and Drorlik talks about how you can kind of see the story of a person in their wraps. So there's stress and there's uncertainty and danger and whatnot in his master's wraps. And then if you look at Drorlik's hand wraps, it's quite different. They're less worn, but they have obviously been used with great regularity. But it's been an overall peaceful time. He's probably trained boarding on hundreds of students during his time at the monastery, and it shows. After looking at Drorlik's hand wraps, Drorlik looks at Flurry's hand wraps, which mirror the monkey. They're uncared for, they're stained, dirty. Flurry hasn't really taken them off except to rewrap them in quite a long time. And so Drorlik pauses to clean them and examine them. And it's an experience for Flurry, who's still a little high on the Fey magic. It's great. Drorlik basically says that he wants to help Flurry as much as the monastery is able, as much as the order is able. And he has some tasks for Flurry. First, he gives Flurry a orange hand-woven ribbon that would be used to tie off hand wraps or decorate a quarterstaff or something. And he talks about thinking that Flurry could be his successor, which doesn't spook them at all, at some point. And he basically says, you can do these rituals that will make your hand wraps interface with your soul and make them a bit more powerful. You should do it. There's 3 things. No, there's 4 things. Because the first thing is that Flurry has to make a hand-woven ribbon themselves. Because it's a lot of work and it will teach them patience, which they do not have a whole lot of right now. So there's that. The next thing is that there is a bell, and Flurry must be able to strike it with several different types of move. Without ringing it, which is the important part. It's very, very finessey. And Flurry's not used to not hitting things as hard as they possibly can, so that'll be interesting. The next thing is a flat river stone in a bowl of water. It's covered by the water, and I believe this is the trial of 100 strikes. So presumably they have to hit the stone 100 times without breaking the bowl or losing all the water and all that fun stuff. And that's another kind of precision and also endurance, because hitting something 100 times takes a little bit of something. But they have to basically strike the stone without destroying everything. When they can do both of those, the third thing comes into the fourth thing, third thing, whatever it is, comes into play, called the Binding Vow. Flurry is informed that the words don't matter so much as the truth beneath them. But under the new moon, there is an opportunity to make a promise. It might take many, many new moons for the words to be heard, but once there is intention and purpose, power may be wielded more freely. The master also mentions that this is the trial that he never was able to complete. His master completed it, but Drorlik at this time has not completed it. Although, interestingly, he thinks it's time to give it another shot, which is doubly scary because it is currently the 15th of the month. The new moon is the 16th. It's tomorrow. I say it's the 15th, but it is quite early in the morning. There's still like a night's rest, theoretically, before all this. Yeah. There's all that. And Flurry kind of has a minor freak out of, why? You shouldn't trust me like this. What are you doing? And Drorlik is just like, I'm your teacher. If a student comes to me and their burden is too heavy, why wouldn't I? Training's in the morning. You better be there. And then he goes to bed, basically. And after he is gone to bed, Flurry goes out into the garden. They do not run away, but they do basically fight the shadows. They're not actually fighting. They're just practicing, ostensibly, until they're so tired they drop. And then they fall asleep because they're too tired to move. Yeah. That's it. That's the recap.
Yeah. So that's what's happened in the last month of D&D.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we do good, Druk? Do we get re-rolled?
You did wonderfully.
Excellent.
Session rerolls for everyone are
including our slightly less blue friend.
Yeah, because you always get one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will have two for the day.
Fantastic.
I'm so scared anyway.
So excited.
You're excited?
Dragon?
Dungeons?
I'm dragon. We're dragon in dungeons.
Wow.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh, my token is gone off the splash page. Wonderful.
It certainly is.
I banish you. I banish everyone.
I also cannot hear any music if there is any.
That's okay. We had a placeholder music.
Okay.
No, not that one. While we pick the tunes that are appropriate. Maybe something a little more sleepy.
Maybe Flurry should long rest.
Sleepy.
And for our lovely friends in chat, if you wanted to roll a d20 as well to see how you would fare against today's shenanigans, Don't forget, you can do so with exclamation point E20. Exclamation point E20. Thank you. The words.
Words and things and stuff.
Well, I'm glad that you're ruling good because I'm not. Well, okay. This is still better than what I rolled.
Amazing.
So Lena, you're the only one that's rolled pretty good today. I think you're gonna have to carry me and Flurry.
Oh, Nick, 'cause we're
Aw.
gonna start with Lena. Let's do this.
Hold on, my roll 20 has decided that it wants to throw a fit. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I
Always,
hear
always.
music and it's trying to load the map.
I do not hear music.
It's taking its damn sweet time. There we go. I hear music
Refresh.
and I see very blurry image, but that's okay. It'll load. It'll load in soon. There we go. What am I being required to do? Oh, it does not want to let me load Lena's page now.
Roll20 might be having a fit.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to do that
Yeah.
regularly.
It's mad at us because we haven't played in so long. It's like, how dare you? Now that you want to play,
You
how
want to
about
play a
no?
game now? How dare.
How about no? Denied.
Oh, there's kind of like a music going on. It's like a do 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 do.
Yeah.
It's
Lucy,
still not loading Lena for some reason.
I have my grapefruit iced tea, and you know exactly what kind of chaos that means.
Wonderful.
Mhm. The
Spicy
quarters
brain time.
Yes,
Have fun
indeed.
Okay.
and
You're here to have a good time.
I need to go and save my honey.
Oh goodness.
Something she has turtled somewhere. So
We
Bear
get
with
we
me.
get a joint
Turtled?
message going,
What?
I'm trapped by the bin and I can't reach it with my foot to move it.
Oh no.
What that sounds like is it sounds like the reclining chair, the bin slipped underneath where the footrest goes up and now it can't go down. For the record, if I sit in that chair while any sort of inebriated or extra tired, I can't get out of it normally because of how much strength is needed to get out of that stupid chair. Oh, goodness.
It's not want to load Lena's sheet. Come on.
Hey, Lena, did you realize that you're the same color as the Lucier octopus?
I kind of realized that, but I forgot.
Are you a cephalopod?
Aha, here we
sibling?
go. Now, I don't think she does, unless her mother has adopted another one while she's away.
little did you know you're a mind
I mean,
flayer
she
disguised.
could.
Oh, gee.
Oh my
geez.
gosh. Now that would be a plot twist that I wouldn't even know.
Imagine not knowing
Oh.
anything about your backstory.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. I'm so ready for this chaos today.
So we got all recapped. We got some motion in our brain box percolating the thoughts of what had
Mhm.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring us into where we are now. A very tired, restful conclusion. The adrenaline wearing off and the trials of the day breaching inward. Going over the normal rest period, it's time to sleep. The bodies yearn for rest. Well, most of your day was traveling by cart. There's still some awkwardness as being squished or stuck in a place that is unnatural. It does wear on you. Like driving in a car for 8 hours, you still kind of sleepy when you get out, even if your body's kind of rested. Um, you have been provided with rooms shown to the various corners of the monastery where guests could be, or little studies and cots where people are not currently in residence. A fairly large building, but not necessarily an enormous compound to suit many. It does seem like there's enough rooms for each of you. And Lena, having gone through a very stern talking from Enodia, you find some rest in one of these small rooms. Has a desk and a like little more than a cot for a bed, but a welcomed resting area after the long trials of the day. You feel a little bit of that influence of the Shadowfell being pulled from you, and trying to envision that remedy that was described, feeling the sun on your face and letting that warmth kind of wash through your person and kind of take some of that ick away. I'm going to ask you, how does Lena dream? Being a bard, is it something? Is it a time of creation? Is it a time of reflection, or is it just chaos? Just whatever seems to pop up in your mind.
For her, it's probably always been just kind of whatever pops up, pops up. It's the one time where she just is willing just to kind of let her brain do whatever it kind of pleases.
The affliction that you had showed you visions of your family. Times of strife, but similar relief. Kind of drifts back and forth between times of travel, moments where you may have left the Oakwood altogether, picnics, and seeing brothers and sisters off when they go on cart rides. These are things that sort of spiral in your mind. It's at one point, I'm going to ask you to give me an insight check. Kind of diving through these memories of your family and of your siblings. 25.
Dang.
Even in this dreamscape of places, you feel like you're being watched. There's the moment when the dream sort of separates from the magic that you possess, that kind of guides you through this bardic power that you have that is based on feelings of emotion and kind of this amorphous magic that you kind of will into existence. There's at one point you turn and you see a gray house cat that shouldn't be there. One eye closed. It's in this moment that the memories start to fade. You're still in your hometown, you're outside of the home, but you're Lena as you are now, not whatever age you were. You're wearing your equipment. There's a slight gray hue to your skin, and in perceiving this feline, your dreamscape starts to kind of crumble a bit at the sides as a visitor has walked into your dream.
Hello?
Where is your brother?
You gotta be more
The-
specific. Which brother? And also, why are you looking for one of my brothers?
With that insight check of 25, this is probably someone you would have heard of more by reputation. But in walking Fen to his to the grove and hearing about this is the archdruid of the grove that has interrupted your dreamscape. Fen, where is he? Where is he going?
What do you mean, where is he going? He's back in Saltmarsh. That's a lot.
No, he's not. I'm in
What do you
Saltmarsh right
mean?
now. Where are you?
I'm not in
Is
Saltmarsh.
he with you?
No, he's not. As far as I
Then
know.
Where did he go? Where is he going?
He did not tell me where he was going if he left.
Okay, well, where did you go?
Where are we again?
Outside
Burl.
of Burl.
Burl. Outside of Burl. We're at a monastery.
And did he follow you?
I hope he didn't. It'd be a
You
lot
said you
cheaper
kinda-
if he
didn't
didn't.
pick up for anybody else, but it picked up for me. God.
She grumbles a little bit, and you see her foot's tapping.
Why? What did he do?
I don't know. I don't know where he went. Listen. He's supposed to be in the camp. He's supposed to be with the other druids. He's supposed to be here, looking after the and she like tap.
Okay.
You can just see the
Have you talked with Algie?
No.
That's our other brother. He might have told him.
Yeah, but you're the responsible one. You're supposed to know
I-
where he is and what he's doing.
Kind of hard to do that when I'm not right with him. But
Obviously.
where would he go? Where would he go? You want to try to go home? God, I hope he's not out trying to find me.
Well, okay. Here's the deal. He was here this afternoon, but it's like every night he goes away for a while, and then he comes back really sleepy and tired in the morning, and it's not cool. You shouldn't abandon your duties because there's that gnome lady that was like, oh, you're gonna look after my father and I want this guy, and he's going away at night and I don't appreciate it.
He has not told me any of this. I knew about the having to watch over.
That's like 3 or 4 nights in a row now that he goes away after dinner time and he doesn't show up.
I haven't been home in a few days, so.
Well, get back here and talk some sense into your brother.
I know.
Or I'm gonna do it and he's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna like it.
kill him. Don't worry. I'm gonna kill him before anybody else has the chance to. I think I know where he might be. Gosh, I hope I'm wrong.
All right. I mean, figure it out. She just starts walking down the street away from you.
Swear to God, if he is at that bar, I'm gonna kill him.
Lena, give me a perception check.
Doing real good today.
You're doing fucking great. Where was this when we were in a skill challenge, man?
I know, right?
Had to have the suspense.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
The dice gods are so fucking funny.
It's so good.
It's alarming to have somebody both invade your dream and then storm out of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but like every time you play Quinn, it's so good.
Just impatient, like you should know exactly what I'm talking about and does not give any context.
And I'm being the irresponsible one, even though I can't be there to babysit him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like,
How
do you
dare
even
you?
care
These,
about your
these
brother?
tiny humans are in charge. You're in charge of these tiny humans. You should know where they are, or have something in place for them to be safe.
Oh.
Obviously, Quinn
They're
would
not humans.
never endanger her tiny human ever.
Well, no, because she's too busy endangering her tiny bird boy.
Exactly.
No, he's at school. It's fine.
Yeah, he's safe. He's safe.
Sure.
She has a tracker on that bitch.
Through a little bit of stirring, you I mean, you can't help but be a little bit restless when someone is chastising you in your dreams. You would hear there's some footsteps outside your door. And as you stir for a moment, there's a little tap, tap, tap.
Lena will get up and go open the door.
Sliding the door open, you can see Drolik is there, with your favorite thing. There's some mixture of that pasty type substance and a bowl of fresh water. Sort of like very late in the night.
Mhm.
Are you sleeping okay?
I believe so. I just had a very interesting dream, and I will have to have a very, very tough discussion with one of my siblings when I get back home.
If you don't mind, I would like to administer the treatment and speak with you for a moment
Of
before we
course.
go back to rest. Kind of shuffles in and turns the chair from the desk to sit down. He puts the bowl on the table and starts to kind of muck up some of the poultice with the cloth and
You're
took
gonna
care of
brace
the-
yourself a little bit.
How is your face feeling? Arms for today. Just kind of gestures for your forearm.
Just gonna stick around and be like, it's feeling a little bit better.
Keeping that insight check, you can see there is a bit of hesitation. And it seems like there may be a more reason to speak with you than just simply applying the poultice again.
Is everything all right?
Takes a deep breath. Very intuitive of you. You came to my door looking for assistance, and I feel guilty as I have come asking for yours.
Oh, how can I help you?
He's rubbing the poultice, and you can start to feel the little tinglies in your arm, and there's a wiggling of the fingers that's unintentional sometimes, as the kind of exfoliating and pulling out the little granules of this sand from your like deep tissue almost is what it feels like.
Like a deep tissue massage, but you're also using ghost peppers.
Yeah. And I'm pulling tiny shards of glass out of your arm at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Says, it's of my belief that natural healing natural healing has merit. It forms corrections, it leaves scars, and it shows you a roadmap of your lessons. Bones become stronger when they break. Muscles that tear take longer, but often come back stronger. And through miracle or magic, it can only repair what was and limits what could be. But the benefit is time. And I find myself needing as much time as I can muster.
Are you not doing well?
You see, he kind of like looks down and he rubs his hip a little bit. It sustained an injury, and I find myself needing to be able-bodied rather rapidly. I had hoped that if you had miracles to spare, if you might help me speed up the process.
Of course. He's asking me to use cure wounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's asking. Okay. Lena's gonna do that. She will cast it at I don't know what level she should cast it at.
What do you feel like?
Level 11. She's just gonna be like, let's give this very nice man the best she can do.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
She just decides.
GG's
like,
my goodness. Let's give this man the best. 77. For the record, the breakdown of that was you rolled a 74. You rolled 18 d8s. And added +3 to it.
Just like, make best friends with Flurry forever.
She's like, there's not enough.
Knock like 5 years off his age as well while you're at it.
She's like, oh, hopefully that will help enough.
Lena really said
Not realizing she probably
Jesus
won't realize she went overboard, but like, this man needs my help, and I'm gonna help him the best because I've seen what an injury can lead to if not healed fast enough, or properly. So we're just gonna do this. She's like, I'm not prepared to let this old man, this nice elderly monk die, especially with how volatile, emotionally, Flurry potentially is right now. So no way in hell is this man gonna stay hurt. He's gonna be better. We're gonna make him feel better. So yep.
Amazing. The room fills with sparkling light for a moment as you channel that intention and focus into your hands, creating that curative sensation, and touching Drolik, having that energy blast through his body. It's incredible amount of healing. He's a little starstruck, I think, just by the the potency of the energy that you have unleashed. Kind of wiggles his leg a little bit. Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's the least I can do for you helping me with my situation.
Sort of nods for a moment, and he washes some of the poultice off your one arm before going to the other. He says, often when it comes to our ideals, equal exchange is not something we hope to achieve. It's my belief and the belief of those who came before me that we should provide aid how we can through rest and rehabilitation, food, whatever an individual might need, and ask for nothing in return. So I feel a bit guilty asking for something.
Please do not feel that way. I have grown up with having many a sibling, and if someone does something kind for you, it is just custom for me to do something kind in return. And it's not a matter of needing to owe something. It is a matter of respect and kindness.
He smiles, hearing your explanation. He says, this bowl, it looks to be something cast of silver. Some think it was something that was donated or some treasure that was left behind. But I heard a different story. Predecessors of the past. This was once a wooden bowl. Something humble, crafted out of necessity rather than luxury. An old vagrant had wandered into the halls of this place, and a monk sought fit to fill this bowl with water and to clean them up, washing the soles of their feet and cleaning their hair, relieving the burden of the road so that they might find rest and peace here. And come to find in the morning that the stranger was gone, and the bowl has changed from something made of wood to a precious metal. I believe this is something made of platinum. This reminds me of what you're speaking of, that sometimes kindness can receive compensation without demand or request. You can live a long time, but lessons still find their way to you.
Indeed.
Remember the sun? It will come again in the morning. Looking down into the bowl, there are these like little specks of black and kind of cloudy mist that are there. You can see on your hands and up your arms a little more blue has returned.
Thank you again. I do appreciate all that you have been able to help me with.
You can see he stretches for the first time, getting hit to his full height, and sort of gestures to the cane he was walking with and says, "I don't think I need that." Rest well. I hope
You
to
as
speak
well.
again in the morning.
Of course.
Kind of heads out, slides the door, leaves you in this space to find rest again.
Lena is gonna go and lay back down and try to fall asleep again through the still feeling the little tingles of the medicine on her arms, like how you kind of feel the after effect of stuff for a little bit afterwards, and just fall back asleep.
Through the lattice windows, little peaks of rays of light find their way through the rooms that you find yourself in, and it's the morning. Enodia,
Yes.
in a room by yourself.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You stir awake in an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar sounds. There's a little bit of comfort. There's at least a little bit of comfort as there seem to be people moving around, not too dissimilar from the tents of the keep, but it's definitely a different sound, as it's not like earthen ground that's being tread upon, but like wooden boards that kind of creak.
It's so loud.
You've achieved a long night's rest, and you're by yourself. Peeking out around the corner, you can see across the way, the door is open and Flurry is not present. Looking at the other accommodations that were provided. Seems like Jingle and Boris have wandered off.
Oh goodness, those two, I swear. They're gonna get themselves in trouble here.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to go and check on the status of food, because if I'm going to go and track down Jingle and Boris, I'm going to need something to bribe them with. So I'm going to make a quick pit stop towards where I am assuming there is some sort of like dining hall area to inquire about sustenance to one of the random monks.
The monks would advise that after morning drills, food is served, but those processes have already begun.
I see. Well, maybe they're out there. They do like to get a little bit rowdy, and I'm gonna start making my way towards the training ground area.
Okay.
I'm gonna just like do every time I pass one of the monks, I just kind of do like a head nod, and it's like, you know, polite nod and smile at them, just like, oh hello, yes, oh hello.
Good morning, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little busy bee of a place too.
There's so much going on always. It's wonderful.
Monks shifting around and doing things. And you make your way out to the training ground. Lena, once your night concluded, feeling a little bit better in the morning, would you rather have no longer disadvantage on saving throws or ability checks?
No longer have disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay. So still feeling a little bit gray, but you have improved significantly. Another night's successful sleep with some treatment now. No saving throws required, as you're undergoing an extraction of this influence. And with the stirring, you would see that, or you would hear somebody pitter-patter away. Anodia's voice sort of disappearing into the monastery walls beyond. Where are you headed this morning?
She's probably gonna go find a nice quiet place to sit so that she can just like sit in the sunshine and take some of it in, and just take a little bit of a breather and think about what she's going to say to Fen when she gets home. Just kind of be like, I can't kill him, but I'm going to have a long discussion with him about how he can't be taken off to the paradise and shirking his responsibilities, because she fully believes that's where he's been going. While it's like when your parents go away and you throw a party in their house and don't let them know. That's kind of like the vibe that she's getting from her brother right now, because she's not there. He's decided that it's time to go check this place out, and it's like, this is the worst time, the very worst time for him to do that. She doesn't know if that's actually where he's been disappearing to, but that's where she thinks he has. And if she knows he's gone there, then she's guessing Algie has been dipping there too. They're going in as a duo, causing a little bit of mayhem while she's gone. She's not happy.
The question is, who's the instigator? Is he going to go watch out for Algie, or is he going by himself?
I think they both kind of like feed off each other a little bit, and that's probably why their mom asked her to go with them. She's like, keep an eye out on these two. They're not a good influence on each other.
A little too rambunctious. Finding a nice warm spot, feeling the proper sun rays on your skin, the warmth that comes with it. This place is very beautiful and scenic. There are some like small fence posts and things that are being cleaned up by some of the monks now that the perpetual night has concluded, and some of the flowers seem to be like embracing the proper sunlight again for the first time in a couple of days. um, there's a beautiful garden that stretches out that seems to feed these folks through, I mean, summer and winter. Orchard. It's a very place filled with life, and while everything has a purpose, you can tell that there are like medicinal herbs and others sort of like the plants that are here all have roles and serve a purpose, and it's very beautiful. Just kind of like man meets nature, but living in harmony with each other. As you're resting there, Anodia heading out to the training yard. The training yard. It's also very beautiful, but more like stone garden aesthetics than proper gardens. There's some planter flowers and things around to give it a little bit of greenery, but it's a lot of like soft grays and white stones, areas that have been flattened for sparring or setup of like dummies and that sort of thing. And what you would notice is Drolik is sitting on the ground, and probably about 15 feet away or so is a very zonked out Flurry.
I'm gonna pause for a second to take in the sight and just kind of look questioningly at Dorlek, like, what on earth?
Flurry is face down, like, has not moved. They look like they face planted, probably.
I'm gonna walk over to Dorlek and I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce with him. I'm gonna be like, should we poke them? Make sure that they're not dead?
You would be able to see Flurry breathing.
Just barely that. Yeah, the chest falls. He has a smirk on his face as you kind of walk over, and he pats the ground next to him and says, "This is not unusual. I think it's kind of fun."
Somehow I believe you with that. I've not seen this personally, but yeah, this tracks with what I do know. And I'll just plop down right beside him. I see that you're feeling quite better today.
I am.
So good.
I was going to surprise them with a little bit of sparring of my own once they're awake. So better give them some peace and quiet before their real struggle begins. He has a smirk. You can see his hands are wrapped up in the way that he's sitting. He's sitting on the ground with like no pain or like minor adjustments, so he's basically ready to kick their butt as soon as they wake up.
Wonderful. I'm quite glad that Flurry was insistent on bringing us here, and I'll look very pointedly at Dorlek as I say Flurry for the name. With kind of like a little clearing of my throat before the name to insinuate that I did hear what he was saying yesterday.
He just nods.
I'm honestly surprised that I never put 2 and 2 together myself. Ah, goodness.
I'm not sure what reputation they have outside of here, but
well, it depends on whose reputation that you're asking about. Because Flurry definitely has a reputation amongst the keepers. Oh goodness, the stories and chaos that I could tell you about that they unknowingly caused.
And that sounds like the Flurry I know. It's been a lot. I think maybe for the first year they spent more time sleeping in this field than they did in their own quarters.
Mm. You'll notice that Enodia starts idly fiddling with, like either her earring or her rings, or like whatever else that she has available. She's not used to having to sit idly by without working on something. You can tell it's very strange for her to be sitting here and not writing or doing something quote unquote productive. She's very fidgety.
He sort of turns his attention to your shuffling and shifting. Says, well, there is a lot to talk about. I'd like to hear some stories about your experience with my dear student, and I'm sure I have many such embarrassing tales to tell.
Enodia's face breaks out in a very wide, like, shit-eating grin.
I do say I'm a little curious.
Hmm?
They have mentioned something about your origins being suspect. That you had
Her
reacted
breath
to the
catches
bridge.
in her throat. I'm just a gnome. I don't know what's going on. I'm. My father is a keeper, was a keeper, will always be a keeper at heart. He is just a gnome. He has fought the woods for years. My mother also fought alongside him for years within the woods. I don't know. She was also a gnome herself. I've seen the photos. I've met my grandparents. I look pretty much like a spitting image of her. I'm just slightly taller. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why the bridge made me feel the way that it did.
I haven't seen the bridge myself, but I have heard a great many things.
Father said it was burned down. We always took the newer one.
I believe some of the mysteries may have been hidden from you. And if
Well.
you're comfortable,
Hmm?
he looks at your hand.
I follow his gaze.
Do you know the purpose of that ring?
Father said that it was to shield my mind from the influence of the forest.
And it might. I've seen it on individuals that were hiding from the world.
I've had this for as long as I can remember. I don't know.
Have you ever removed it?
No, I've always been too close to the forest. Father said it would be dangerous.
You are here among friends. He kind of gestures to Flurry, who's resting. I'm not sure what your relation is, but they care a great deal about you to be this invested in asking me for help for you. This is a fairly rare occasion.
Mm.
The ward that's around this place prevents any dark fae from entering, from interfering. I spoke with the progenitor at great length on what this is meant to do. And if your father was concerned about those beings of the woods interfering with you, or reading memories or mind, I can assure you that this place is warded from such things.
Enodia is gonna stand up, and she's gonna just like start pacing and like chewing on her thumbnail, and she's just like, "Oh boy, so you're saying that all I have to do is take it off then?"
I think some secrets, if there is this Fey influence that is being hidden away, I might be able to see it. And I don't know what happens after that. But if I can give you information, I would like to help.
Enodia is gonna stop in her tracks. She's facing towards Dorlek. She glances over at Flurry and then back, and she's like,
Flurry
"Okay."
would be much, much more still than you would have noticed walking up. It's almost like they're awake, but they're listening, and they don't want it to be known that they're awake yet.
I think Enodia is far too distressed to even like realize at this point.
No, but Dorlick probably realizes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Do me a favor though. Should anything go wrong, I don't know. I have a weird feeling in my gut. But this is the right thing to do. I know it is. Whatever secrets have been kept from me have been kept for far too long. I'm almost entering my adult life as a gnome without even knowing who I am as a person. But should anything go wrong, could you make sure that my father knows that he did his best?
He looks at you and he says, I can assure you, nothing will go wrong.
I'm gonna tap on Gutenberg and I'm gonna be like, alright, Gut, this might be something that you should be awake for too. And you'll see that the gem on the front kind of like flickers a little bit, that he's kind of paying attention again. And Enodia will start slowly removing the mind shield ring from her finger. And it reaches to about the second knuckle on her finger when all of a sudden it shoots off of her hand the rest of the way.
You hold this ring that was given to you, a symbol of protection, something to shield you from outside influence so that the eyes of the forest couldn't find you. And there's a moment that with it off your body, there is uncertainty that washes over you. Flurry has no reason to lie to you. You don't have an explanation for why a bridge would make you sick, but why would any bridge make anyone sick? With those questions without answers spiraling, you can feel your stomach just sort of turn and twist. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, sure. You said Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
I totally had my character sheet up. Arcana. Eh. I'm really good at wisdom stuff. Did you know that?
That twisting and turning in your stomach is something like long sealed magic finally let go from its containment, a bottle being corked and the liquid spilling out and bubbling up. You can feel it kind of twisting in your stomach, and it feels like it's trying to like grasp out at your throat like bile. I'm gonna ask Flurry and Lena to give me Arcana checks as well. I mean, that checks out for Flurry. For
Amazing.
Lena, there's a strange presence, like a shift in the wind almost. Like a feeling that something different, not necessarily hostile, but there's like a change, like when the forest goes quiet very suddenly. Flurry, when you're paying attention, you're hearing movement and motion. There's a swelling of this power, and it feels like Enodia, but it's wrong.
Wrong how?
It's wrong.
Wrong here, wrong?
No. But not entirely dissimilar.
Wrong like the Dreadwoods? Wrong.
Wrong like the Dreadwoods.
Wrong like the Dreadwoods. Noted.
Enodia, there is a sickness that has you distracted for a moment, but then something is touching the back of your spine. Down by your elbows, you can feel something brush upon you for a moment, and you see bits of strands of this kind of crimson ginger spiral down, like your hair is being flipped out in front of you.
No, this is far too fast. What?
Creeping down your spine, your hair is growing at an exponential rate, reaching down and down towards your knees, threatening to touch the floor. In almost an instant, you can feel that rapid growth, that tangled nest of roses and vines in your hair sprouting outward, grasping out towards the ground and around you.
I drop the ring in my hand and I go to like grasp at my hair with both hands, and I'm like, it normally goes quite quickly, but like this is far too quick. What? I had another, and she starts counting on her hands, like she had like another 4 or 5 days before she would have had to cut her hair again.
It's okay. Something is happening. Come closer. Do not panic. You hear Drolik trying to reassure you, but your heart is racing. This feeling in your stomach has you feeling lightheaded.
I
the rest
get a
of your
little
body,
wobbly on my feet. Yeah.
the rest of your body feels light.
Ooh.
Flurry would also hear the panic in Enodia's voice and like roll over and look at them.
You see
Lena would walk over
Enodia.
as well.
She's panicking.
Oh, I'm so purple pale. Like I'm so pale that I'm purple, and my hair has like grown down to my like ankles.
She's more hair than gnome at this point.
Gotcha.
You look at her for a moment. There is a rumbling in the ground. Anodi, you start to feel like you're gonna throw up. Anxiety, panic, not sure what's going on, things changing very suddenly. It's so much just sort of wrapping up in your stomach that you feel lightheaded and your body feels light. As Flurry, you see their feet are no longer on the ground. There's a slight drift. And in a moment, there is a ginger streak as she's flung up in the air.
Flurry would be on their
not a
feet in
scream,
like
but
half
a
a second.
Just a
Yeah, yeah. You would hear it. She wouldn't scream. She would gasp, like a oh shit kind of gasp kind of thing.
Yeah. Flurry's standing up now. It's so fast. It's like the panic response they're used to, like keeping an eye out at night when they're on their own, and they're full standing now, wide awake.
You kind of like flip up, do that martial arts, like flip up to your feet thing to like engage into a fight.
Yeah.
Lena, you're walking around the edge of this building and you just see like Anodia for a moment, but like her hair is crazy long. And then you just watch as whoosh, like a firework, she gets launched into the air.
Lena is running over to the group now.
Oh, I realized that Flurry is on GM layer. Let me fix that. You're on token layer now.
Hi.
Welcome to the group.
I need both Lena and Flurry to make strength saving throws. I'll roll one for...
Gosh,
Monkey
dang it,
friends.
Gentle. Oh,
So
goodness.
strong.
Actually, can I
How
reroll
is-
that, please?
Yeah, yes, you can. 12.
Slightly better.
Slightly better. Not immediately flipping up and then eating shit and falling back down. But the ground is unstable. You see that while as Anodia is climbing, there is almost a shock wave in the ground. There's a shaking and a tremoring. You can hear the windows rattling and the trees swaying as there is a surge in the earth on the outside of the barrier. There's an explosion of dirt that starts to spiral outwards, and something is emerging from beneath the ground. Flurry, you steady yourself, but you're finding it difficult to move as the sort of quaking and eruption happens. Lena, you're able to charge forward. That soldier instinct of danger and falling into ranks takes over. I mean, you have also been on a battlefield where like siege weapons and stones thrown from ballista crash around you, and you are able to move forward, and immediately that imagery is brought back. I'm going to have both of you roll perception for me as well. Flurry just kind of standing your ground, Lena making your way towards this sudden eruption. What?
I am focused on
What is
Anodia.
this today?
Oh my god. Can we get whatever
Man.
Gentle had for breakfast? Because I don't know.
Gentle did not
It
have a
was
good
chips.
breakfast.
It was chips and coffee today.
I mean, it worked, homie. Stick with the chips and coffee.
And boba.
Mhm. Well, I mean, Flurry, it makes sense. You're watching Anodia. What goes up must come down. Trying to be focused, Lena, there is a hand that emerges from the ground. Brilliant verdant green, the size of a building. A small hobble is stretching up and reaching out.
Hey, DM, do I see the hand? It's real fucking big.
It's real fucking big. Let me drop a token real quick.
Be
I
kind.
thought I did it, but I didn't.
Do we have to attack the hand?
Hey, I've noticed I have a little time clock above my head.
Yeah. You were just focused on a spell. It's fine.
Oh, I was? Am I?
I guess that's where the token came from.
Okay. Gotcha. Understood.
Does that scare you?
A little bit.
I mean, your time is limited, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Verdant green, like the grass that it pulled up, you start to see an arm stretch out where Anodia has flung. That hand is reaching. So, Flurry, you would see that there's some large shape that's now reaching out towards Anodia. The colors begin to give way. The explosion of earth and dirt is falling away. This sheer green dress, nightgown, gives way to pinkish skin and green hair as this figure comes into view.
Oh, the
see
second
a-
Flurry
Again.
figures out who that is.
This enormous woman in a nightgown bursts from the earth, 40 feet tall, dwarfing the trees of this area, looking like the grass that pulled out. This very sort of simple nightgown that covers them, grasping out. You see the hand grabs Anodia.
You would hear, as soon as it wraps around me, you would hear her whisper, "No, please."
No, please. There's a shift, and Flurry, you see.
Flurry is bristling. I know exactly who this is, and I am furious. I do not want Anodia in that person's hand.
You begin to rush forward. You see the movement is slow, but only because something so massive can only move so quickly. And I think you would recognize, at least for Lena, this is a baseball pitch. The motion, pulling the hand back and swinging their body, you can see that they're getting ready to throw them eastward as hard as they can.
Oh gosh.
Dio
We gotta
Metriona
stop this.
Callistus. Flurry is just raging. Stop
Very-
that.
Stop that. Okay. Give me intimidation. I'm gonna stay with advantage because you're like super unhappy.
It's so
I'm
good.
I'm angry and I'm Feywild's magic angry.
18. You see this like motion bursting from the ground, grasping, immediately turning to spin. The one hand starts to point out, and you just hear that Diometriona kind of hang in the air. There's like a sleepy blink as this titanic woman looks down. You say, "Stop that."
Stars above. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Just a moment, dear. This needs to go back
No.
to the woods.
No, you're going to talk to me first.
You see, she stops for a moment. The
That's
inertia.
my friend. And you have done plenty enough without asking me first.
Your friend?
I said what I said.
Anodia, you are blessed with sunlight again, as darkness and grip is all you felt after taking out. Like, suddenly there's weightlessness, and then you're immediately crammed in between flesh, feeling like walls and stones pushing in on you. The sort of like oxygen from your lungs being deflated at this immense like grip strength. you, I think at this point, are fairly dazed.
Oh, I'm violently shaking and sobbing. Like, there's no sound audible, but like tears are running down my face. I've never been. I say this a lot. I've never been paler.
There is
Like she's just like very dazed and very frightened, and it's very noticeable.
You're in the palm of this titanic pink woman, and she blinks at you, and there's the voice is loud. You're close. It's rumbling. It's like, this is your friend. Confusion on the face. But hang on.
Her name is Enodia, and you need to put her down.
Okay. All right.
Then we can talk.
Am I sat down?
You feel. She looks at you and just says, "Hang on a moment." She closes her hand slightly to like. She like cups you a little bit, and it's like having a like a quarter in the middle of your palm, like just. I guess you're a little bit bigger than that, but it's like having a tiny like squish or something in your palm. She like cups you for a moment, and then there's just a heavy thud as Dio just sits down, crisscross, sits with Enodia, and then turns the hand towards you, Flurry, and deposits Enodia between you.
Enodia's legs cannot support her. She is on her hands and knees, shaking like a leaf, and starts crawling towards the only people that haven't launched her in the air.
Flurry is there. I like step of the wind. I'm so fucking fast. I grab Enodia and I pull her behind me, and I do not let go.
Enodia will be gripping onto your cloak then, from behind you, trembling.
Oh,
like
no, we're holding hands.
Oh, yeah, she's trembling. Yeah. She's absolutely terrified.
Yeah, Flurry has you in a death grip.
Yeah, she's barely supporting herself on her feet. She's definitely like leaning on you.
Yeah. At the sight of this, Lena will have her great axe out and just be like ready to fight if needed.
Flurry is still just like bristling. I am so angry. Every hair standing on end. Quarterstaff in one hand, Enodia in the other hand.
You can see Dio is there, like she puts her hands up a little bit and is like, I don't know what's going on. I felt a sudden emergence of, and she just looks at Enodia like,
You just hear her muttering to herself that she's just a gnome.
Flurry squeezes your hand a little tighter.
I thought you were in danger.
I like open my mouth and then I close it. And then I open it again and I close it. I've been in danger. I will be in danger. What I'd like to know is what you felt. And I hope, for your daughter's sake, that you have a very good explanation.
She sort of nods. I had hoped we would have a chance to speak. But I'll answer your question first. Your friend has the same energy signals as the Witch of the Woods.
That gets Enodia's attention. That snaps her back to reality. What?
Nightshade?
She nods. I thought it was one of her coven that were here. That they found a way in. My barrier is to protect you from... The pause hangs a little bit. I don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
So, I had assumed maybe something was dispatched from the forest here. And I felt their sudden emergence in the barrier, and the only thing I could think to do would be to throw it back into the woods.
Oh gods, it makes so much sense. Enodia has her other hand covering her face, and you can just kind of like, you can see her eyes peeking through her hands, just like rapidly darting back and forth as all of the pieces are kind of like clicking together in her brain that she has.
Flurry will take a very deep breath, and somebody paying close attention can tell that they're counting to 10 before they say anything. The truth is, she thinks that she is a gnome. I knew better. I knew that she was not a gnome. But a collaborator of Nightshade? Not that either.
There's a big sigh of relief. And you can see like that adrenaline level starting to diminish, and that it's a lot of activity to move around as a giant person. You can see she sighs a little bit and says, okay. But dear, you're not a gnome.
Enodia drops her hand from her face and goes, well, I think I've figured that out by now.
You're a hexblood.
Yeah.
She closes her eyes and like inhales deeply. She's like, I know what they are.
Flurry gasps just a little bit.
My goodness. That... It...
And
She
proceeds
made a deal
to
with it?
pull Emilia into a hug.
She's like mildly freaking out.
You see kind of waddling up as you're embracing Enodia, there's like a little stick man that is bringing Enodia's ring to you, Flurry. And it's literally like a figure made of like 3 or 4 sticks that are put together that just kind of waddle their way over.
I'll sort of cock my head and then accept the ring.
Not so subtly. Dio is just like trying to play it off like there's a ring.
Yeah.
Dropped.
I'll turn back to Dio and say, okay, well, that does answer our question as to what she was. I knew she couldn't be a gnome. I didn't know what she could be.
That makes Enodia like snort. She like pushes back and like grabs the ring and slips it back on him very rapidly. She goes, "Oh, my father is going to have some explaining to do." Keeping this from me. My goodness. Could you... She's getting very visibly angry. She's like, what would have happened if I had lost it? Or if I had taken it off? Or if it had broken before now? Gods, they would have all known. They would have been able to tell. Her voice is getting so... Like, she's, like, yelling. Like, she's not paying attention to anybody around her right now. She's just pacing back and forth now. You notice that she'll take a small dagger out from, like, her cuff of her boot and, like, slice her hair off back to the length that it was. And she's just, like, angrily pacing around, muttering to herself, not paying attention to anybody. You catch a couple of names in there, like Sir Eric's, and you definitely would have heard the name Kira dropped once or twice.
Mutter.
Yeah. She's not paying attention to anything right now. She's livid.
I will let Enodia pace, and I'll look at Dio. Next question. Why does Kay want her?
I think she kind of cocks her head, and she's really, like, giving Enodia a look while she's, like, muttering around and just chopping, like, big handfuls of hair, and, like, letting it drop down. It's really weird. The visual is that as the hair is cut, it rides on the ground for a moment before it stills.
You would notice that Enodia, as she's cutting it and pacing, would be subtly sweeping it into a pile as well, trying to keep it all together. And she's doing it so fluently that you wouldn't... Like, it looks like she's done this before.
She doesn't know. She didn't know until now. Her eyes lock in with you, Flurry. That means Granny doesn't know.
This is why we ask before we do things that might have consequences.
You can see a
He's
little
gonna
bit of a
investigate.
guilty look when she sniffs and is like,
He's gonna like interrupt the conversation, be like, "I'm sorry, but what is going on? There's a lot of things that I do not have information about, and if someone is going to potentially be thrown by a very beautiful big lady, I would like to know why."
Thank you. You're a little gray.
Is Dio Metriona.
Yes.
She is the one who planted the sapling in my brain, in my mind, without
Okay.
asking. And
Yeah. Okay.
she, when Enodia took off their ring, she was going to throw Enodia into the Dreadwoods, and I couldn't have that.
That would have been very bad.
Indeed.
I'm sorry.
I rejoined the group. There's a pile of hair on fire.
You can tell that she does feel like a little bit guilty, but like she's like, well, I had hoped that, you know, at one point you might touch the plant and then maybe we could talk about it a little bit. I was strapped for time, and I know it's not a real excuse in that we got off on the wrong foot. But I was hoping to be able to talk to you about it, but then I mean, it's been a couple of months now. You know, like half a year or so. And I thought maybe you would have got curious and then we could have talked before this time. But I really did think you were. I only came. I thought it was a problem. So I'm sorry.
I can accept that.
I just wanted to. I heard from Ami what happened.
Flurry stiffens.
And I know it's not the time for that. But I talked to Drolik. He told me all sorts of stuff about you, and you can see she makes like eye contact with Drolik, who just kind of like he was there like behind you, but he was giving space because you seemed to be handling it. He said that it was here and that they were in danger, and that he wanted to help you, and I wanted to help him, so that's why I let him take some of the power and create a barrier around this place for you. There's enough energy. He shouldn't be able to interrupt you or spy on you still. I made sure that there was a lot there still. Oh, I'm gonna lay down a little bit here. You can see she just like big thuds to the ground and rolls over a little bit. Oh.
Anodia looks worried and is like, are you okay?
Closes her eyes like, it's just a bit bright. It's okay. Oh, and everything's so heavy here. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. There's so much to talk about.
It's been half a year for you. It's been longer than that here.
Yeah. Oh.
Flurry will hesitate. Is Ami well?
See a big smile on her face. She hasn't been home in a while. She asks about you a lot. I think she was looking for... I think she was trying to talk to Aftari.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her. You can see like, you're already like unhappy with me. It's like, you know, when mom's trying not to admit all the things that I've done, but you know, I feel like I should come clean. There's that little bit of like adult debate. Says,
Yeah.
she said she couldn't talk to you. She couldn't find you after a while. And I mean, I knew you were still around. You know, we hadn't talked since, but I could tell my magic was still in place. But I didn't, that's your business. If you're not on speaking terms anymore, or if I mess things up for you too, I didn't say anything to speak about your business.
I see.
But she misses you.
Very
Auntie's gonna be
trembles a
here
little
in a
bit.
few minutes. Just don't be alarmed. She's gonna be so pissed.
Flurry will nod. Thanks for the heads up.
Enodia is still hiding
There's-
behind Flurry.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
steps further behind at the mention of another giant person coming into the vicinity.
I'll turn and look at Enodia. You are safe with me.
She'll search your eyes, but she's had nothing but trust for you for the longest time, so she just kind of like nods.
There is like Flurry's being deadly serious. There is so much sincerity. Which is kind of what you've known Flurry for anyway, but you know. Amphi will not be likely to pull any such stunts, such as Dio. Now that Dio has been persuaded not to pull any more stunts, I hope.
I'll kind of like peek over your shoulder, or like around you. Height differences, like around your, like your elbow area, I guess is where my eyesight is, and I'm just kind of like looking at the big woman laying on the ground.
I'll continue on. This is... No, wait. You love the heroes of Saltmarsh.
You kind of see her roll her eyes and snort.
You know who Ametaphora is.
I'm aware. That reminds
This
me
is
of
her
something,
mother.
but remind me about it later. Oh.
Big waves. One of them.
I see.
Auntie is another one of them.
2. Okay.
There's 5.
Man, that's lucky. I barely got 1.
Like, I know I wish my mom wishes there was 5 of her for all my siblings.
Well, it's
Flurry will crack a smile at that.
interesting time meeting you. Thank you for not throwing me into the woods.
I was gonna say I'm sorry for I'm almost chucking you. The barrier worked good though.
I seem to have put 2 and 2 together on who, what, and how I am. Now that I've had some time to process.
Well,
There's a little more.
Hmm?
The uncle of one of the other moms
Mm-hmm.
is your trickster prince.
You can kind of see her trying to map out a family tree in her brain, and it's not working. How?
An excellent question.
well, you see, dear, when a mom loves a mom that loves another mom that loves another mom and loves another mom, all come together and make a nice family. Sometimes there's bad people in the extended family.
Huh.
Flurry will like twitch their eye just a little bit. No shit, Sherlock.
Okay. So it's your brother? Question mark?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, I've not seen the man in person, but I don't think that you guys look very similar at all. Did I oh my goodness, that reminds me. And she'll look over at her hair that's burning on the ground. Good. It seems to have all caught. He pulled some shenanigans on us recently, and I didn't like it. He did things that weren't supposed to be able to happen. Didn't like it.
Her face gets a little more serious.
I recently developed this trick that Father told me not to practice, but I tried it again anyway, and now, knowing what I know, it makes a lot of sense. He was able to keep a spell going that I was unaware of from my own spell. And he used it to track us down.
Like I said, very interested in her for some reason.
You can see one of her big eyes opens up and she tries to take well, I just rolled terrible, so
Mm-hmm.
she takes a real long look at you, and you can see, like, as far as you can tell, she's really active, but you can see she's really, like, conserving energy at this point, laying down, eyes closed, just kind of pleasant and, like, listening.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of stillness there. And you can see a little bit of, like, pain in the eyes when she opens one to look at you. His games go beyond much of our understanding. If you had threads to the Witch of the Woods, if you were a bargaining chip for him to work with Nightshade, that connection may be something to leverage. The best I could tell.
You're saying that I could be the key to take both of them down by pitting them against each other?
Well, or he doesn't play nice. Maybe
Flurry smirks.
Maybe it was something, if you were on his side, that he could use. I don't know.
I would never allow that.
Did he say anything? Try to convince you of something?
No, we've never spoke. He's done too many terrible things. I would not. I've seen the trauma and gosh, what he did to that poor camp. It all makes sense.
He did ask you about something.
Did he?
He did.
You're gonna have to remind me.
Yeah. He
something. If you lost your tail, we could work together.
He tried to get you to ditch Flurry.
Oh wait, you're right. He did. And I'm gonna turn to Flurry. And I'm like, he does not like you.
I know.
Well,
There's years and years of weight in that statement. And I will take a deep breath and turn back to Dio. You wanted to talk. You have answered my questions. I will listen.
Well, I wanted to say I'm sorry. I know you left really abruptly, and I didn't have a chance to try to explain. And I know you didn't want to talk, and I understand why. I had hoped to have a chance to explain. I got so sick afterwards. I'm still very sick.
Is there anything that I can do to help ease your pain a little bit?
She kind of chuckles and smiles and says, "No, dear, no."
You'd see like the glow of healing magic on the tips of her fingers, as if she's offering to provide a little bit of healing for pain relief at the very minimum.
It's genuinely very pleased, a very happy expression. Like, she's so precious. No, dear, it's a bit of a magic fatigue. It's a long-standing wound and illness that I've had, and admittedly, when my daughter was in trouble, I took the illness away. Sometimes with some magics, you can't wish it away. Someone has to contain it. And Flurry, I had hoped that maybe I could take some of that essence that he left behind away. But it's so much. The best I could do is leave you with a bit of protection. You didn't ask for help. I know that's not what you wanted, and I've had some time to reflect on it. But he's a poison.
Flurry will nod at that.
He was trying to kill Ami. He's been trying to kill you. And if I can give the antidote, even slight, I want to try to do that.
And yet, you understand why I couldn't stay where somebody else would enter my mind after so long with him. I didn't want to fight you for Ami's sake, and I was a guest.
She wipes away a little tear that's curling at her eye. Yeah. When you brought Ami to me, I had to act right away. And I think my body moved before my mind could, and sometimes when you love something so much, you just have to make it right. And you have to try to fix things, and when you're as old as me, sometimes you think you know what's best for everyone, and I did something that I shouldn't have. But my intention was always to help.
Flurry will nod. I can accept this. But in future, talk to me first.
big nodders.
Slight emphasis on the word first.
Well, if you want to talk, you know where I am. Kind of looks at the golden dome a little bit.
Flurry looks a little bemused.
Only. Oh, how does she stay here? Just a heavy sigh as she's laying on the ground. Like, the material plane is hard. Guess that's why we sent her here. So she could be strong in all realms.
Well, the Legend of Ami is definitely a strong one.
She's so strong. She smiles a little bit, but I think all the heroes were. Well, still are. Sneak the peek at Flurry.
Flurry has gone so still. You can tell that they're trying to force themselves not to shrink back, and it's not quite working. Almost working, but it's not quite working.
Enodia is gonna step out and be like, "Oh yes, yes, I've heard all about the heroes of Saltmarsh, and their wondrous traits and tales, and I've learned more about them in the last couple of times that
They
they've come
weren't
up in
heroes.
conversation." Mm-hmm.
Ami, perhaps.
Oh yes, yes, of course. Did you know I met one of the heroes at some point? They came to my camp to do some studying with Father.
Flurry will look at you with an expression that is schooled to blankness.
Anyway, in regards to everything going on, you mentioned that there was somebody that was going to be coming. Are you sure you're doing all right?
Well, I'm okay. This is normal for me. It's hard in this place. Fae that don't grow up here have a different time. I'm normally not this large.
They that don't grow up here don't normally have this problem?
Hmm. Have you ever been to the Fae realm?
No. I don't quite wish to either, she says very quickly. No offense to anybody there, but there's been I've not met many good Fae in my time that come
Flurry will
from the
twitch.
Fae realm.
That's.
I've lived in and among among the woods for my entire life, and
Right.
well, there have been a couple of Fae that I've met that are good that don't come from the woods or from the Fae wilds, but yeah, sorry. Did this the man, the one that's bothering us? Did he grow up here, or is he also going to be struggling in this realm?
Oh. A very complicated face stretches across her like, oh honey, she doesn't know.
I'm just, trying to find any way to exploit that now.
Well,
it's the keeper in me. We must find all of the ways that we can to gain a knowledge of the woods and all of that.
so I don't know. I have heard a little bit about the woods and about the trouble that was there. I haven't been. This is my first time back to the material in, my goodness, more years than I could count.
I would not recommend going. It's not a good place to vacation.
I know there's a lot of Fae that are there that have lost their way. And And I know there's a lot of pain and resentment that's there. And some that thrive in that environment. The Trickster Prince?
Mm-hmm. That's what they've been denoted as, yes.
Yeah. I bet he loves that name.
I know,
like
right?
Foul, indignation, like, ugh.
He's done
He
quite an
was-
atrocity of the world.
He was a man who, many, many years ago, lived in the Fey realm with the rest of his family. But tragedy put him on a path he couldn't come back from. And he has spent a great number of time in exile. So to answer your question, no, he wasn't originally from this place, but he spent quite a long time here that I don't know what he would be capable of.
Gutenberg flies out of its book holding thing and opens to a blank page, and Odia starts scribbling down information very fervently.
Flurry also perks up a bit. Tragedy?
Oh,
I
you don't?
don't
Okay.
want to pry,
Oh,
but if
Well-
there's any information that will help us against him,
Please
I
don't
can't
tell.
beat him, but
I don't know what Dessa's thinking. I don't know what she's cooking up or planning. But as
I've
you
spoken
have,
with her as much as I've spoken with you until recently.
we fought him once. Flurry
I gathered.
knows we sealed him away. We bound him in gold. And that held him. We were able to remove his consciousness from his body, similarly binding it in gold. The Fae of my time were against ending life. You may understand that there was a group of giants known as the Fomorians that waged war against the Fey realm. Ancient history for folks of this world. They tried to capture Fey magic and were defeated. But in Fey fashion, we did not kill them all. We cursed them. We cursed them with hideous ugliness. Their greed shone on their flesh. Not me, but my parents or their parents. I'm not sure which. But forever disfigured by their greed and ugliness for the rest of civilizations to know. And they were cast down from their giants and had lost prominence. We turned off their magics, and some may say that is a worse existence than just simply being killed, but it was our way of thinking that it was better for life to remain and lessons to be learned than the sudden ending. There was a war that broke out between the realms of men and the Fae. Some breach or weakness between the planes that existed in the forests broke out into conflict, and even to this day, I don't know what started it. But transgressions happened on both sides, and some Fae became dark. And that was the separation between those allowed in the Fae realm and those that were banished from it. These dark Fae is what you know now, kind of looking at Enodia. They're not true and proper Fae like the denizens of the Fae realm. Some may be tricksy and play pranks and have darker intentions, but the separation for us was those that take lives and those that do not. And he followed that path. Many of us lost family members, loved ones, people we've known our entire lives, and some turned to the dark to seek revenge, and that's what he did.
You never truly know those that are closest to you and what's in them, I suppose.
Who did he lose?
His husband.
Have a pride, guys.
Avery was a wonderful soul. They were kind and light, and for as dark as he is now, the opposite was so true. They forsaken their magic. They were a fairy when they were born, and they took to the path of the sprite. And some didn't understand. Many at the time didn't understand. Why would you forsake magic? Why would you give up that connection to have a more mundane existence? But it didn't matter to them. They wanted to be who they were. And they were so brave. And always cared for everyone around. But when things went bad, some rescue missions went out to try to bring Fairy back. I don't know who it was, but Jess's mom and dad went to go and find them, and none of them came back.
Wait. I'm gonna look at Flurry. Do you think there's a woman in the forest? She's looking for somebody.
I'll look directly at Dio. She called him brother.
Her soul. There's so many souls trapped in those woods.
Her face shifts to shock.
Anybody who dies in the woods, their souls are trapped by Granny Nightshade. They're not allowed to leave. They don't ever get to move on. That's why we fight.
He was upset. I hadn't seen him that upset ever. When I called to her, that was why he left. That was why the others were able to make their way out of the forest.
Lena, are you good at drawing people?
Can you show me?
My drawings are nowhere near good enough.
Flurry rips open their journal and starts trying to sketch. I actually have no idea how good I am at sketching.
Oh, Enodia is horrible at it. Hold on, and she'll tear a piece of paper out of Gutenberg and hand it to Lena with a pen. Here, you try. I know that mine are not well enough. The woman in the woods. Remember the one that with the birds that we hid from?
Yes.
You saw this,
Yes.
Lena?
Yes, I did see this.
Can
What's
you
the
show
roll
me?
for-
I can do my best. It's been a
Flurry
time since I've had to draw.
will reach their hand out to Dio.
I'm gonna do performance.
You don't mean drawing, do you?
I don't. I need to see it.
Then you have permission this time.
She stretches a big hand in your direction. She is shook. This is
She's not the only one.
information. And she waits. She basically holds a hand out for you to like grasp onto one of her enormous
I will
fingies.
reach towards it and put my hand on her, like the tip of her finger, basically.
Big woman, a tiny monkey.
I'm not even small.
I know.
You see, you're present in this moment, but you're seeing almost double. Closing your eyes kind of helps shut out some of the material sensories from your oculars. But you're brought into a place that looks almost cartoonish, like a painting of a place more than like a proper recreation of it. Dio standing there tall, back to her 8-foot tall version. It's only slightly tall, or like still a couple feet taller than you. She walks over to like a pool of water that seems a little like wavy at first, but clears it to allow you to put forth the image of the memory in your mind.
I'll try to like shape the memory in my mind as clearly as I can. Standing there facing down Kier. The Crimson Bride walks by asking if we've seen him. And the basically the whole interaction where I call here questioningly and then more commandingly, seeing that it annoys Kier. Have you seen him, brother?
Give me a perception check for Flurry when you're here trying to recreate the moment as you remember it.
Oops, I didn't mean to have advantage, but I'm gonna say that that's probably good enough anyway.
Here we take the first one, a 21. You remember the bride, semi-translucent, red. Crying. Blood dripping from her eyes almost. Dio sees this image and that's being played back, and you can see almost like highlighting details, almost like tracing over it or sketching beside this memory that's here, and you begin to see the lines that run across her body, stitch marks and pieces that were put back together.
Like lines running across the bride's body?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that the eye sockets are vacant. Empty.
I'm gonna look at Dio.
She's crying. Pulling back out, and she pulls away a little bit, and you can see big tears running down her closed eyes. She sniffs a little bit. Shakes her head. That shouldn't be possible.
There's more. I've remembered something from ancient history class at this point, but it seems that ancient history seems to have a way of following us recently. And she'll look over at Flurry. In the time of the tailor, before he was what he is now, the keepers weren't so organized. There were some of them who used... She's struggling to get the words out. There's theory that they used fairies in lanterns to keep the darkness of the forest at bay. Before... In the time of the tailor, the legend has it that his group went into the forest to try and defeat Granny Nightshade and met their due end, but they had among them a bunch of, like, a good group of skilled warriors, and they weren't the only ones that had attempted it. There were hundreds of thousands of people over the years that have gone into those woods, and their souls are all trapped where they fall. They don't get to traverse it very far. There's like a radius that we've deduced. Meaning if they fall before their comrades, they never see them again usually in that life. And they're all still trapped there, but those that fall that have those lanterns, whatever was inside of them is also trapped there, decaying in the grounds at this point. We don't know for sure. We've not found very many remnants of these lanterns, but whatever happens to them in the woods, something does. Something collects them or takes them from where they've fallen and scents them and hunts them down.
Got her hands on her eyes, just like trying to. Keep it together.
There's more as well, if you're prepared for it.
Yeah.
We found, and she'll take Gutenberg and show her the front. We found Gutenberg in there as well. And we entered the Tower of Xenopus and found much information about before the woods was what it is. And correct me if this is wrong, because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. There was a breach or a leak or something along those lines, and this wizard traveled here to help one of his comrades, and that was the last that anybody ever saw of either of them before the woods started spreading further. Lena here, when we were in the tower, touched something and was partially teleported into the woods, into a space in the woods. The map showed them flickering there, but that's why she is so dull in color recently. She's getting a little bit better with us helping that along, and the tailor had been under Kier's control and had hunted us down with a lock of my hair that I had used in the woods, and thought was gonna disintegrate as it always does. And Flurry was infected and now is not, thanks to your tree, but the woods is hunting us. And there's so much about the history that I don't know. And you see her looking very grim and gray. They teach some of this in ancient history to the scribes, and the scribes alone. I don't even think Father knows any of this information. We're told to keep it very hush-hush because of the negative light it could cast the keepers in. I know only a handful of the scribes that would probably remember this at this point. I know that Josephine would have. She was always so studious. But he took her out too.
Flurry twitches at the mention of Josephine.
Yeah, it's Mama Vey. Oh, goodness. I did terrible things to her.
What?
When Kay came back, he said what they did. They took her eyes and made her watch. Made her listen to what they were doing to her husband.
Enodia has her eyes closed, and you can definitely see tears leaking out of it as she kind of like sits herself down on the ground.
Flurry will just whisper, "You know he made me watch too."
He's gonna get on the ground and put her hands on Enodia's shoulders and be like, "It's okay."
At this point, I'm like standing, but I'm leaning on my quarterstaff.
Oh. Well, we found, well, he said he found her remains chopped up. He couldn't have, but he put her back together? Why?
He didn't even need to. The soul, she has control over that. Once you die in her forest, she takes control of you. You don't get choices anymore. You barely are what you are unless she decides that she doesn't want to play with you anymore.
No, but if they were working together, there's no way he would let his sister roam like that.
Perhaps that's why they're working together.
So that she can at least not be under control. Maybe he's trying to earn a release. Gods, he slaughtered a whole camp for her. For someone.
I wonder if Falmer is in the woods too then.
I can't say for sure. I've not come across many documents about the individual souls that are trapped. Hers was one of the very few that I had because of all of the death and destruction she causes along her path if you get in her way.
Nodia, give me a history check.
I don't
24.
remember Gutenberg does.
Falmer is a name you've heard before.
Okay.
Old Man Falmer.
Wait, I do know that name.
He's the blacksmith that trains all the blacksmiths.
Wait. Yes, he is. Wait. Wait, sorry. What if he made it out?
She shakes her head. No.
No, wait. There's
Flurry know the
person.
blacksmith's name?
This one probably not. So you would know the blacksmiths through all the camps, but this is the guy
He's
that
in
would train
Burl.
all the blacksmiths.
Gotcha.
There's
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's a fae, obviously, or a fairy of sorts.
An elf, yeah.
An elf. There's this person in Burl that trains all of the blacksmiths and helps forge all of the weapons and the utility that go for the woods. They call him Old Man Fulmer. I've met him once or twice. Goodness, I might be able to recall him. Can I reach out my hand to her to see if I can do the same thing?
Yeah.
It might be a little bit fuzzy, but I'll reach out my hand to her.
You touch her hand. You see it very similar. It's a little bit strange. It looks like you're in a living painting a little bit for a moment. She's there, twice your height at this point, but not like 8 times your height or 10 times your height. Leads you over to the water for you to show, to see.
You will see as Enodia starts to focus, the way that she does so would show her entering Burl and the surrounding city, like the surrounding cityscape, as she walks along the path to the keeper's camps, passing the blacksmith's camp, where she pauses the memory. It's a little out of focus, and because she wasn't fully looking at him, but you could definitely make out enough features of the person behind the counter. It's like almost a still frame of a movie. It is how it would work for her brain, rather than an individualistic picture of what he looks like. She's walked this road. She's walked this road many, many times. She can place the image in her brain.
Old wrinkly elf, like can't wield a hammer but can still teach, and that's his role now. Spectacles on his nose, very small, sort of wiry frame.
He's a little bit older here, but
That shouldn't. No, I don't think that's him. I can't be.
he trained all of the blacksmiths for the camps. Their memories would probably have more of him than mine, unfortunately, but
Have to hear his voice, or
is there a way that I can turn on like an audio for the movie in my brain? It would be completely like a bunch of just people talking around her that she wasn't fully focusing on.
probably not enough to like have that the intimate cadence of, hey, I haven't seen you since high school. Are you still the same person? Like that sort of
They always told
long ago.
They always said that he had a personal grudge against the woods.
I don't know why.
More so than others. He wanted to help us with it. Many
Why would he
people
help
asked why
men
he
then?
stayed so long.
Yeah. I don't know. It can't be. Normally we don't live that long out of the Fey realm either. If it's thousands of years, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know though. She kind of like pulls back a little bit in person.
Apologies. I thought maybe it was the same person.
I don't even know.
Is there... I mean... We were planning on going to Burl at some point. I could always stop in. Although I do have a couple of questions. Obviously I'm gonna keep the ring on outside of this place, but... Is it safe to take it off in here to see about that? I'm not gonna go flying into the air again?
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. That was me. I rejected you from the barrier so that I could throw you into the woods, which is really a bad idea now that I know everything, but yeah, that shouldn't happen again, but don't I don't even know. I don't know what it means. I wish Dessa was here. She's good with this stuff. But anyway, yeah. Try to keep the ring on.
Okay.
I don't know what it means. I don't know why. He knows something, obviously.
He was.
But
I think he was
if
able
Granny
to
hasn't
sense me
seen
in the
you,
forest. My father kept me out of the forest my whole life, but recently I finally stepped foot in there, and ever since I did, things started going more hectic than normal, for sure.
he is loved by magic.
Hmm.
Always has been. I mean, it took 5 of us to bind him.
Why did you choose to use gold?
It's his weakness.
That will be noted. Thank you for that.
Flurry shifts.
Yeah, you would never wear it. Never touch it. It has something to do with both the color and the material.
Theo.
Which, Flurry, you know that's his main color. Like, that's his whole jam. Black and gold is his thing.
I mean, what a better place to hide it.
Dio. I have a piece of information that doesn't make sense to me. Gold is one of his colors these days. But maybe you can tell me, why would he... Oh, I don't know. It maybe doesn't matter. He told Aftari that adamantium could possibly do harm in some way.
The rock? The steel?
The steel. I raise my quarterstaff.
That's not something we used, but did he say it as a misdirection, or was he being truthful?
Able to ascertain. I didn't hear the words. I heard them from a messenger. Not even Aftari herself.
We were only as successful as we were because we had tricked him.
Maybe his
brought
exposure
him-
to the gold was what caused it to no longer be as effective.
From what I know of him and his time set apart and what you have described to me and what we've talked with Ami, is he plays very elaborate games. And also, through Dessa's investigations, we have been spending some time trying to figure out how to deal with him. Because he poses a significant threat to my family. And, I mean, to this place. And people that our family cares about. we have discovered that he has received all the training of the various people that he spent time with. So his magic is even more complex than it was when we did battle with him. And I don't believe that the 5 of us would be strong enough to take him head on. There's some more elaborate game at play. And the humans have this process, lichdom, which I don't believe is the case, but he does have... He is loved by necromancy. To defeat him, there could be possible steps, multiple steps, various things that need to be done to see a true and proper end. Some weaknesses, some vulnerabilities are built into Fae as a whole. Can't be infinitely powerful without having some sort of failsafe or backdraw. There is always something that could kill you.
Hmm.
What
Obviously, the secret would be
manner
to keep in.
of thing?
It may be that he's overcome his weakness of gold. It may be he keeps it close to try to give that illusion.
I mean, what better way to trick somebody into thinking that you're not weak to it than to surround yourself by it? Nobody even considered it.
I'm holding a significant amount of his power.
Would that mean that you would also react to it if he was still able to be hurt by it?
The gold?
Yes. If you're holding part of his power, you're holding a piece of him.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't like gold. But you see very like woodsy aesthetic. Lots of like all of her piercings and stuff are carved wood.
Anodia will
So-
reach up and take off one of her golden earrings that she has, and she'll be like, "May I try to touch you with this?" Just
Oh,
like a quick...
Flurry's pulling out their necklace.
All right, this is fair.
I mean, you did try to throw me into the woods.
I'm not going to touch it to them, but I will hold it out to her.
Instead of my earring, use the key?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put my earring back in. I'll take
Oh,
the
the
key.
key.
The key.
Wow.
Yeah.
My necklace.
I'll take the key and I'll hover it over where her hand is, and I'll just keep bringing
Flurry's
it closer to
definitely
see if
still
there's a
holding it.
reaction. Okay, well, I'm gonna use your hand then to move the key.
Uh-huh.
There is,
Well,
you know,
you're like being attention to all this, being like, this is a lot of information right now.
Yeah, what is going on? I'm just.
Anodia's been scribbling
just
most
here.
of this down. Don't worry,
You're
it's
like-
totally being documented, right?
You touch the gold to her
She's-
finger, and like, you know that tummy grumble that's really loud and you can hear from across the room?
Mhm.
Instantaneous. Instant tummy grumbles, the gurgles, and nope.
Flurry will pull their hand back.
I will inspect where the key touched to see if there's any damage to the epidermis. The skin.
You can see there is like a little bit of like an allergic reaction.
Like Flurry and the Silver until last night?
Yeah, ever so faintly, there's like a whitening of the skin where it was pushed.
Like a hot blister almost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lock eyes with Flurry.
Yeah.
Flurry enjoyed that just a tiny bit.
But this is the gamble.
This is more than we had.
If I meet my end before he is sealed, this power returns to him. Everything that I took out of Ami, what I could take out of you, what I had to take out of my partners when we did battle with him, we all almost died. They all almost died. Part of why I'm so sick now is because I hold that back. Which is why we think he's trying to interfere with our family. Because if he kills me, he gets his full power back.
Gods, this is not even Amanda's full power.
This is only what he's accumulated from the hosts he had.
Host?
People like me.
People like Ackers.
Flurry will nod.
I guess we're on a bit of a time constraint then, aren't we?
I've lasted quite a long time. But this was a lot.
Man, Empty's taking a while. She's usually faster than that.
She's taking a few minutes in the Fey realm.
Anodi, give me a perception check.
Okay, cool. Here you go.
Yeah, there is a pink and blue little creature that is watching this conversation.
And none of us noticed.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna like scoot closer and grab onto Flurry and just like nudge towards them.
I'll look down. Is it down?
It is down.
Yeah, I'll look down.
Man, I love
Amazing.
it. She's so little.
Do you remember the Quicklings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Anthe right now.
Yeah.
She's very, very fast. Very, very small.
I'll look back at you. And say, speaking of time, you've been here for how long in the Fey realms?
You can see like trying to hide, but very obviously like staring out at Dio. There's another little elven being.
Oh man, I love her so much.
Very sort of light blue skin, bubblegum pink hair, kind of streak backed in the Team Rocket Jessie hairstyle right now.
Amazing.
Very aerodynamic. You do see there is a knife in her hand, and she is like very cautiously watching the three of you.
There's a what?
A knife.
You
Oh,
hurt
okay.
my big wife. You hurt her, and I will murder you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello again, Anthe.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Really,
just a
I
couple of-
thought you were in the Feywilds.
It's like a couple of quick paces, but she's very fast.
Well, appreciate the information that we've gotten at the very least. And again, thank you for not throwing me into the woods.
Yeah, hi. And then
Take your life home again.
you see Dio is looking a little sheepish, not wanting to, like, she's just turning her face away from Auntie a little bit, like she's fuming. You can see she's completely unimpressed. The one in charge of security with an enormous security breach of like the person that is the most vulnerable, like
Ah, I see. I know that look
Mm.
well. I get it
If
when I
it
sneak out for
makes you
beer.
feel any better, I did scold Diometriona quite fiercely.
you. This
I
is a
did.
terrible, awful decision, and you shouldn't have come here by yourself. If there was a problem, I should have done it. And then you just see her like take one big palm and just like scoop up the little creature, and you can just hear like the howling in between the hands of her still like talking very rapidly. She just like squishes her against her face, like, yes, yes, dear. Yes, yes. I'm okay. There's so much going on.
Apologies for keeping her for so long. There were just some questions that, well, they definitely needed to be answered, and some information that was shared that I'm sure will make its way to the people that they need to in time.
It's fine. It's fine. She does this to me all the time. She was good and stays in bed. You're not even wearing clothes. You're in your nightgown. Like protesting. Talk via plants next time. Send someone else. We have avatars for a reason. You don't have to be here by yourself.
Flurry
just
is amused by the secondary scolding that Dio's getting.
Is doing that like, if I love you enough, will you stop chastising me right now? And like just rubbing the tiny Auntie on her face, like, yes, yes, dear, yes, yes.
I will just squish you into my face. Yep.
You see, she kind of like a little hula hoop kind of belt she pulls off, and starts to kind of like wrench it onto her finger, as it's just like a little ring. She's trying to like put onto to Dio, and you start to see her titanic form begin to shrink down, and the crater that is where she had emerged from shrink as Dio's large size is reduced to a more manageable level. All right. I'll see you at home. Go now. Dio, kind of 8 foot tall still, gives a big wave and says, let's talk again if you have questions. Plants are good.
I will nod.
Enodia will also nod. We might have some questions.
All right. And hop, you see Auntie claps, and in like a poof of little sparkles and flowers, Dio disappears.
Apologies for causing a commotion. I will keep the ring on from now on.
You get a double thumbs up, kind of zipping over. Hey, thanks for not being too harsh on her. Just looks up at Flurry.
I would have been much more harsh if she had actually thrown.
Yeah. Yeah, there would be no stopping that if she did. She's got a really good arm.
No.
No offense. He just looks at Enodia like.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad to be here in solid ground and not where I could have landed. I definitely would not have made the landing.
Sorry about your yard. I would offer to fix it, but I'm very small, and I'm not gonna move the earth. He just looks at Drolic like, sorry, bro.
Oh, that's all right. It will give us something to do for the next little bit of time. Something keeping me busy for sure. I have a lot to think about. And there's no one I can scold yet until they wake up, so... My goodness. I still can't believe that she made a deal with him.
Okay. Next time, call me. All right? Like,
How?
here. Drummage. Rock.
Rock?
I'll take the rock.
It's a little like flat sort of it's like a opalescent, like multicolored stone. It's got a little bit clear, and Enodia, you'd recognize this as a river stone, but it's not from any river you have ever seen.
I mean, they do say river stones make the best for the sending, but that one's quite lovely looking.
You'd also notice when it comes out of her hand, it begins to grow.
Oh, that is quite fascinating. Could you? She really wants to tinker with it, but knows that she shouldn't. You can just see it. You can see it on her face. She wants to fuck with the rock.
I don't know if you've ever had these before. You have that rock. I have this rock. You talking to it. It sends a message to me. I can fly. Works once a day. Just be careful. Don't give it to. Well, don't drop it.
Understood.
Pocket rock.
I don't want to talk to Kay. Don't let him have it.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
If that ever happens, you know he's finally got me.
Like deflates a little bit, like, fuck, you're right.
If you learn anything that might be useful, maybe you could let me know.
Well, listen, I heard a little bit. We got some adamantine stuff in the armory. You know, it's good at breaking stuff. I have his old blade in the armory. I don't know if we need to break it. I don't know if we need to break that. And he kind of points at the key. I don't know if we need to break something else that he has somewhere. But I think Dio and Dessa are going to talk for a long time. So if something shows up from our camp, I will let you know.
I will continue searching through my records as well. They have not been too fruitful, but Gutenberg says that there's a lot that we have yet to uncover in his library.
You know, I'm real fast. If you need something, you call me.
Understood.
Gives you a little thumbs up. All right. This place sucks. I'm gonna do that. I'm outie. Fey Realm's awesome, bro. You just have like infinite magic and everything's great there, and then you come here and it's like everything sucks. It's like, get me out of here.
Flurry sighs super heavily the second that Anthi disappears.
Those were some interesting characters.
Tell me about it.
Enodia
may
has,
have
now
to
that they're gone, gone to looking at the ring again, and is just back to questioning her very existence.
I'll look over at Enodia and... You good, Chatterbox?
Oh, I don't know. Everything seems to be kind of like clicking into place, and I don't like the story that it's telling. It's worrisome. Because I know
Understandably
it wasn't
so.
Father. I know it wasn't Father that made the deal. And the fact that I am still here and not... This is not usually the outcome for those of Hexblood nature who are left with their fathers after their mothers die.
Indeed.
You just see like a worried expression on her face. And the fact that he got so many people in on it is very concerning. What else is he hiding from us? From me? Who else knows that I don't know who knows? God, does she know? Is that why she left? You can just see her starting to spiral in her own mind again.
Dwelling on this right now may not be the best steps. Taking some time to breathe might be what you need to do for the moment until we can get back to Saltmarsh and discuss things with people there.
I don't think I can go back there yet. There's still too much to do. Too much to learn. Quinn would reach out if Father was awake. She has a way into my brain now.
She did. I did have an encounter with her last night in my dreams. Apparently, my brother is not doing his job.
Well, it seems like you might have to go back home.
I might have to. And chew him out for his behavior.
I think there's a couple of others that have... Speaking of, I have not seen Jingle or Boris all morning. And I presume Jackson is maybe sleeping in or maybe hungover.
Indeed.
Well, that's a problem for later. Oh, goodness. What to do now, though?
Drellick's just basically been sitting there this whole time, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little like...
Just peacefully pondering.
He's like, well, that caused a lot more drama than I thought it was gonna.
It's one of those, like, there's so much going on. I'm here to be supportive, but there's just a lot of stuff that I am not in tune with. Everything is okay?
I think so. I believe
so. I'm gonna look at him and I don't know, do I have to roll perception or is it super obvious that he's in way less pain than he was the last time we spoke?
Yeah, he's not, he's got no cane, he's just standing there like he normally is.
Well, I don't suppose you would like our help to repair this hole here.
That's fine.
Many hands make light work, as people always say.
If anything, it's a good training exercise. repetition of moving the
Flurry just looks so scared, but it's like training scared.
moving the earth is, I mean, that's how we got the gardens and any fields that needed plowing. That's what the recruits were for. And he just smiles at you like.
I knew exactly where he was going the second he started talking, and I'm just like, ah, yeah.
Anodia, who knows that Flurry is a flight risk, is gonna just grapple herself onto like your arm that's still there and be like, well, I guess we have a task to do.
Well, I also need to see how my student has performed in their time away and what they have learned. You see he's stretching now, and you're like, the sense of dread of, oh no.
Lena, you might
It's
want
Spar
to go
time.
sit down. You're looking a little bit unwell.
Yes, I might need to go sit again.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and extract myself from Enodia's grip. Okay, Chatterbox, it's fine. I wouldn't run off in broad daylight. You guys should know that.
Do I let you go? That's the question. Yeah, I will.
Lena's gonna squint and remember that that Flurry took off that one time through the window of the Adventurers Guild and be like, okay, sure.
I've not been
She's
lying.
gonna
to
do
you
I
as of
said
this
I
point.
was coming back. That doesn't count.
After you were
Oh,
spotted.
Before you do
But
spar,
all right.
Before you do spar, I was wondering if I could have my pass key back. It's been quite unsettling not having my
Flurry
weapon
will take it
ready.
off and hand it back to you.
Thank you, and I'll clasp it back on. Yeah, it's been quite unsettling not having my preferred weapon at the ready.
Maybe consider practicing with that mace a little bit more.
Oh, I will, but this one is just so much nicer.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's
Flurry's not really paying attention. I'm focused on Dorlick now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, there's always time to take on a new student.
Oh,
Hearing
no.
about lacking mace proficiencies, like,
It was given to me as a gift. I just, haven't had the time to train with it all that much. I prefer, and she'll touch where her necklace is now hanging. I prefer my sword. It's a lot lighter and it's just a little. She's just like slowly backing away.
manual labor, who dis?
I don't mind helping with the whole, but I don't need any additional training. No. That is quite.
Flurry will cast a sidelong glance at Enodia.
I did quite well with it, but I had to.
Uh-huh. Nobody's saying otherwise.
Heading over to the mats, the stone pad for sparring. Drolik takes a stance on the opposite end and waits for you to be ready.
Flurry is like dragging their feet. I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and I know it.
I'll usher Lena over to like a bench for Prime watching, and then I'm assuming at some point someone will bring me a shovel to help with the dirt. But that's what the Nodia is going to be doing: is watching Flurry get their ass handed to them and shoveling the hole back together.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
For Flurry. You happy with that?
That's
Yes.
so ominous.
I hate that you had to ask that, but yes.
Well, I think you have one more reroll,
You
which is
do
why I
have one more
asked.
reroll.
I do have one more reroll, but I am going to save my reroll.
In a warm up of round or a warm up of actions, you can see a little bit of the hesitation, and Drolik has none. immediately like closing the gap and throwing some fists on the inner defenses, not letting you get a lot of maneuverability that the quarterstaff typically would need to build the momentum, trying to rob you of that wider sweeps and the distance, as he is hand to hand right now. For Enodia and Lena, you see his strikes are very precise. They are calculated and are affecting Flurry in different ways, where when you see one strike to sort of the midsection, their arm locks up, which prevents them from swinging, and they're temporarily stunned to allow another flurry of punches and strikes on the inner, not trying to like
You keep
do
wanting to say
damage.
flurry of blows, and I think that's really
Flurry
funny.
of blows. Yes, yes. But you could just see, like, once Drolic gets in, there's just this rigidness to Flurry's form, and when you see them like normally fighting, it's very like fluid, but it's very quick, and there's motion. And in here, they're almost helpless, just getting their body locked up from these stunning strikes, and just pummeled and pummeled and pummeled.
Enodia has seen Flurry fight, so this is very like bizarre. Because like, to Enodia, Flurry is the most skilled fighter that she's seen, and now she's watching you get your ass handed to you, and she's like, oh shit, maybe I do need some extra training?
There's basically like 8 blows, boom, 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 just hammers in before Drolic leans, like, gives some space and let Flurry actually kind of recover. And it's just that, wake up, it is, you may think you're hot shit, but there's hotter shit somewhere else. And as we pick up on this training, as Flurry strikes back out to demonstrate their prowess, that's where we'll pick up next time. It's 4:30, so it's time.
Yeah.
Stunning strike, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Basically.
Oh my goodness.
It's I knew I was gonna get my ass kicked, and then I got my ass kicked.
Oh gosh, it's so good. Man. What a session. Okay. Well, I set everybody free. You are free to be. I am going to go ahead and raid out to somebody. I didn't have any of my actual stream stuff up and ready properly, other than the actual stream itself. So now I'm trying to get that over there.
Good luck with work.
Yeah. Have fun back at work.
Thanks.
Thanks for gaming, Gentle. I'm so glad we were able to do this after a fucking month.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I was gonna be like stir crazy if we had to wait another week. Oh goodness. Alright, I set you guys free. And for the people who are in chat, here is some raid messages for you. The first one is for everybody, the second one is for my lovely subscribers. We are gonna go raid Mecha because they're playing Pokemon, and I get to actually do Pokemon again tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited about that. So they're playing Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green. I have no idea which one, and I probably won't even when I'm over there. But, you know, it'll be fun. So we're gonna start a Mecha raid. Mecha's a really cool person. And I will see you guys on over there. I have no idea when I'll be back next, but it'll be at some point. Alright. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, goodness. Hold on.